Hi folks, and if you came here by mistake, not paying attention, or just through YouTube's autoplay function, this is Planescape Torment. A great game that, unlike its counterparts, Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale, the other RPGs of the same type and the same time, I had not played from start to finish as a teenager. Yes, I am that old. For those younger than me, it's starting to become a thing now. I'm older than most. Well, better late than never, and that is the whole point of playing this game right now. It's been 20 years since it came out, and it's a damn fine game. Let's get to it. So this is the Enhanced Edition. Provide the best experience, blah blah blah. Or the original version. Title full of view, creatures are not smoothed out, original game speed. We can also adjust these once the game gets going. Enhanced means that we have a larger field of view, creatures are smoothed out and have outlines, and are highlighted when selected. Plus, faster game speed. We can also adjust them once we're in-game. So, yeah. Let's start off with Enhanced and see how that goes. Not necessarily too crazy about the outline option here. We'll see about that in just a bit. But first things first, we have character points to attribute, and I have no idea what we're going to need. Intelligence score represents memory, reasoning, and deductive skills. A high intelligence helps you to regain memories faster, gives you more dialogue options, and aids your mage skills. Okay, maybe we'll need above average intelligence. Dexterity makes you harder hit and aids thief skills. Not sure we want much of that. Constitution gives you more hit points and a faster regeneration score as well. So, that sounds like something we want to have. Wisdom helps you recall memories and gives you bonus to experience points. You might want some of that as well. Charisma, the more favorable others will react towards you. I'm not sure whether that's very important or not at all. Strength allows us to carry more things and makes melee attacks more accurate and damaging. Well, I feel like being dexterous, intelligent, and wise should be the way to go, but I'm not sure. Whatever the case might be, this might be a terrible build. It's what I feel might help us in more situations. Or maybe it'd be a catastrophic set of choices. We'll just have to see.
Hey, Chief. You okay? You playing corpse or you putting the blinds on the dusties? I thought you were a debtor for sure.
A debtor? Who are you? Who am I? How about you, sir? Who are you? Well, that's a good question, Morte. I don't know. I can't remember. You can't remember your name. Well, next time you spend a night in this burg, go easy on the bub. Name's Morte. I'm trapped in here too. Trapped, you say? Yeah, since you haven't had time to get your legs yet, here's the chat. I've tried all the doors, and this room is locked tighter than a chastity belt. Right, so what is this place anyway? It's called the Mortuary. It's a big, black structure with all the architectural charm of a pregnant spider. Well, I've seen charming spiders. Yeah, there's no way of saying that convincingly. So, the Mortuary. Am I dead? Not from where I'm standing. You're not standing, you're floating in the middle of... You got scars aplenty though. Looks like some Burke painted you with a knife. All the more reason to give this place a laugh before whoever carved you up comes back to finish the job. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Scars? How bad are they? Well, carvings on your chest aren't too bad, but the ones on your back... Morte pauses. Pauses the Morte. So, looks like you got a whole tattoo gallery on your back, Chief. Spells out something. Really? Tattoos on my back. Looks like you come with directions. Let's see. It starts with, I know you feel like you've been drinking a few kegs of Styx wash, but need to center yourself. Among your possessions is a journal that sheds some light on the dark of matter. Feyrod can fill you in on the rest of the chant, if he's not in the dead book already. Feyrod. What else? Yeah, there's a bit more. Let's see. It goes on. Don't lose the journal, or we'll be up the sticks again. And whatever... nice wordplay, sticks. Up the sticks. Whatever you do, do not tell anyone who you are or what happens to you, or they'll put you on a quick pilgrimage to the crematorium. Do what I tell you. Read the journal and find Feyrod. Feyrod sounds like a nayrod. No wonder my back hurts. There's a damn novel written there. As for that journal I'm supposed to have with me, was there one with me while I was lying there? No. You were stripped to the skins when you arrived here. Besides, looked like you got enough of a journal penned on your body. Yeah, what about this Feyrod character? What do you know about him? Nobody I know, but then again, I don't know many people. Still, some Berg's got to know where to find this Feyrod. Once we get out of here, that is. Yeah. How are we supposed to do that, Morte? Well, the doors are locked, so we'll need the key. Chances are, one of the walking corpses in this room has it. Walking corpses? Yeah, the mortuary keeps, the mortuary keepers use dead bodies as cheap labor. The corpses are dumb as stones, but, they're harmless. Mostly. At night, they come mostly. And won't attack you unless you attack first. Right, so is there some other way? I really don't want to kill them for a key. What? You think it's going to hurt their feelings? They're dead. But if you want a bright side to this, if you kill them, at least they'll have a rest before their keepers raise them up to work again. Huh, that's true. It's like a 15-minute union break? I don't know. Well, alright then. I'll take one of them down and get the key. Well, before you do that, arm yourself first. I think there's a scalpel on one of the shelves around here. Ah, so let's see. Search the shelves in the room for a weapon to attack the zombies with. When you find one, go to the inventory screen, the backpack button in the lower right, and arm yourself. If you wish to examine any items you find, right-click on them on the inventory screen. Right, well, I'll look for a scalpel then. Oh, one last thing. Those corpses are as slow as molasses, but getting punched by one of them is like being kissed by a battering ram. I don't really identify... Who has ever been kissed by a battering ram? to be able to make that comparison. Anyway, if they start getting an edge on you, remember you can run, and they can't. Use it to keep some distance if you need to recover. Okay, no. To run, either toggle run in on the options screen, or hold down the shift key and left click on the area you want to run to. If you are in danger of dying, use running to keep your distance from the zombies while you recover. Right, well, thanks for the advice. Right, so, combat log, right there. Quick loot, quickly gather dropped items near the, okay. How the party is arranged, right. Stop current action, good to know. And select every character. Pause and unpause. Right. Select the weapon. Right. Most enemies can be attacked by selecting them in the game world. Blah, blah, blah. Cast a spell, if we have one. Select an item. Special ability. And dialogue with a party member. Priest scrolls. Open a dialogue, character statistics. Unlock view, toggle party, AI, okay. Rest. Mage book, map screen, inventory, show and hide the hit points. Right. Okay. Ah, interesting. So, if I lock the view on the character...
All right.
I see. The view always follows them. If I don't, the view doesn't follow them. I think I prefer that. Ooh, things are eerie around here. How close? Ah, pretty close. The outline actually doesn't work that bad. It sort of makes the characters pop. Is that a dynamic shadow? Huh. Okay, well... Right. So, let's see. Inventory. Currently have nothing. Not even a name. We do have an eyeball.
Don't want to part with that.
They cannot be removed, only switched. Ah. Okay. Morte's bite. I see. He's a fighter. And so am I, apparently. Well. This device looks like some sort of sewing machine. Arms with hooks, tubes, and metallic thread hang from it. Huh, so they can sew up bodies, maybe? The slab is covered with dried blood and other remains. Yeah. How about this guy? Someone is in the middle of dissecting this corpse. Yeah, well... This corpse looks like someone turned it inside out. The machine at the head of the table is peeled the skin off the forehead to give direct access to the skull. Ugh. Okay, well, there's lots of disgusting stuff around here. System of rails is running through the whole room. Looks like the slabs in the room can be moved around these rails. Oh, I see. So they can carry the corpses while on the dissection tables. Huh. So let's actually move to the sound control. Thank the music. Slightly too overpowering. Yeah. So, very nice music. A bit overpowering. Barrels contain a murky liquid. It smells like a cross between vinegar and formaldehyde. Formaldehyde? Vinedahide? I don't know. Let's check out these work tables, shall we? Bandages. Okay. I'll take all of that. Let's not open the door. Not just yet, at least. Ah, some of the dead acolytes are here. What's this? Oh, there it is. Alright, found the scalpel. Now go get those corpses. And don't worry, I'll stay back and provide valuable tactical advice. Maybe you could help? I will be helping you. Good advice is hard to come by. I meant help attacking the dead. Me? I'm a romantic, not a soldier. I just get in the way. Listen, Morty. When I attack this guy, you better be right there with me or you'll be the next thing I plunge this thing in. Yeah, I'll help you, he says reluctantly. So, if we wish to Morty to help you attack, simply make sure that both of you are selected when you attack the corpse. Right, okay. Glad we understand each other. Time to introduce these corpses to the second death, then. Yeah, let's go. We are both selected? Yeah, so, do we need... Oh, yeah. Okay, so we got the scalpel. I guess... attack the guy? This shambling corpse looks like it's been dead for several years. The skin along its forehead is peeled back, revealing its chalk white skull. Someone has chiseled the number 569 into the exposed bone. Ah, let's see if it's carrying a key. This corpse doesn't appear to be carrying a key. And it doesn't look like it'd be able to use one if it did. Its fingers are broken, as if someone smashed them with a hammer. You do happen to notice that its left shoulder is heavily damaged. The bandages might be useful if the corpse was disposed of first. Yeah, so you don't have it, and you wouldn't happen to know if your other friend has it, right? Chief, they can't hear you, right? They're dead. Yeah, but... so are you, and so am I. What's your point? Yeah, but I'm special. Death couldn't kill my zest for life, says Morte. Right. These corpses here, rolls his eyes. He has eyes? Oh, they probably didn't have much personality to begin with. Right. Look, Chief, watching you try to sort the chant with these corpses isn't doing much for my morale. Let's leave the corpse talk for the barmies, shall we? Right. So.
All right.
Nothing of use in there. Like the other corpses, this one is covered in blood. Eesh. Something we can pick up over there, maybe? No. Oof, the stench from that one is unbearable, apparently. Let's see about this one. Corpse's head lolls back and forth on his shoulders. Judging from the angle of the neck, looks like this man may have been hanged. Broken neck, okay. Number 825 has been painted on the side. Let's see if he's got the key. Corpse is carrying nothing, but you happen to notice hands are heavily bandaged. The bandages might be usable if the corpse was disposed of first. Well, great talking to you. So that one doesn't have any keys either. Well, let's see. What about that one? Corpse stops and stares blankly at you as you approach. The number 782 is carved on the forehead. So there's close to 1,000 at least, and his lips have been stitched closed. Faint smell of formaldehyde emanates from the body. Probably the stuff from those jars or jugs or boxes up there. Let's see if there's a key. This corpse looks like the one with the key. It is holding it tightly in its left hand. Its thumb and forefinger locked around it in a death grip. Damn it. Looks like you'll need to hack the corpse's hand off to free the key. Well, Unlucky for you, corpse. Looks like you're not long for this world. Again. And there we go.
I'm gone.
So, now I got the preparation room key. The head of this bronze key has been twisted around itself several times, right, so that it resembles a screw. If Morte is to be believed, it unlocks one of the doors for the preparation room. When using keys in Torment, you only need to have them in your inventory. Good. In some cases, they'll vanish after they're used. Only happens when they're no longer needed. Okay. Good to know. Is that this door? No. We'll need a key for that one, and not the key we already have. Okay, should be that door or that door then. There's nothing else we can take a look at around here, doesn't seem like it. Just triple checking. Yeah, okay. By the way, this wasn't in the original game. I think the first time this option came up, but to highlight stuff, was Baldur's Gate 2, perhaps? Okay. And there it goes. Okay. Psst, some advice, Chief. I'd keep it quiet from here on. No need to put any more corpses in the dead book than necessary, especially in the fam. Plus, killing them might draw the caretakers here. Caretakers. Had you mentioned these guys before? Who are the caretakers? What? They call themselves the Dustmen. Can't miss them. They have an obsession with black and rigor mortis on the face. They're an adult bunch of ghoulish death worshippers. They believe everybody should die. Sooner better than later. Well, everybody does die, but yeah, I do prefer later better than sooner. But I'm dead, so why would they care? Weren't you listening? I said the Dusties believe everybody's got to die. Think the corpses you've seen are happier in the dead book than out of it? Well, okay, but where did they all come from? And before you say anything about making sure I didn't kill any female corpses, why specifically female? What, are you serious? Look, Chief, these dead chits are the last chance for a couple of hardy bashers like us. We need to be chivalrous. No hacking them up for keys, no lopping their limbs off, things like that. Last chance? Morte, please. You cannot be talking about that, right? Chief, they're dead. We're dead. See where am I going? No, I don't. I mean, it's a kind of a cheesy pickup line. Hey, baby, you're dead. I'm dead. We got so much in common. No, I don't see you. You can't be serious. Chief, you already got an opening line with these limping ladies. Yeah, we've all died at least once. We'll have something to talk about. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. They'll appreciate men with our kind of death experience. Nice. Not life, but death experience. Wait, didn't you say before that I'm not dead? Well, you might not be dead, but I am. And from where I'm standing, I wouldn't mind sharing a coffin with some of these fine, sinewy cadavers I see here. Just ooh. Keep that to yourself, Morte. Keep that to yourself. He starts clacking his teeth, as if in anticipation of, I don't know, nibbling. Of course, the caretakers would have to part with him first, and that's not likely. Yes, the caretakers. Who are they again? And where did all these corpses come from? Death visits the plains every day, Chief. These chamblers are all that's left of the poor sods who sold their bodies to the caretakers after death. Again, who are these caretakers? Alright, you're just talking in circles. Damn it. If you're half as forgettable as you seem to be, start writing stuff down. Whenever you come across something that might be important, jot it down somewhere so you don't forget. Yeah, Morty, but if I had the journal I was supposed to have with me, I'd do that. Start a new one, Chief. No loss. There's plenty of parchment and ink around here to last you. Right, yeah, you would think that there's a lot of vellum. Let's just call it vellum instead of, dead corpse leather to write on. Okay, I'll make a new one then. Use it to keep track of your movements, and if you ever start to get cloudy on important things like who you are, or more importantly, who I am, use it to refresh your memory. Sure.
Updated my journal.
Sure. Let's try to keep that in mind. So, find Fayrod. Or Farad. I prefer Fayrod. He might be an A-Rod. It'll rhyme then. Find your missing journal. Yeah. You have a new one, but finding the original might help us finding out who we are and what the heck we're supposed to do. Journal's missing. Few kegs. Don't lose it. Damn it. Have to find it. Okay, so. Zombie workers. Plenty more around here, it seems. Ah, these can be rotated. Okay. More corpses. More preparation tables. Let's see if there's anything useful in them. Not in this one. Maybe that one. Receiving room logbook. Okay, what the hell is that? This huge logbook lists mortuary procedures in a tight, crabbed script. All shells entering the mortuary are to be delivered to the receiving room and logged with the scribe on duty before being embalmed or cremated. The records are to be checked to determine if the shell is one of the contracted. Who are the contracted? So many names. Dustmen, contracted. And if so, do not prepare the shell. Move the shell to one of the preparation rooms. That's where we were. Contact the scribe on duty and notify him that a contracted shell is to be raised. So brought back to activity. Be certain that the shell is thoroughly stripped of its possessions, right? Before being sent to the preparation rooms. The contracted workers are intended for simple manual labor and do not have the capacity to search and strip a shell. So the contracted are corpses that have a contract to work here? Or elsewhere, maybe. Right. Cheap labor. And where do the possessions get sent to? The faction is not responsible for any possessions lost or items stolen by collectors, so there's collectors, who have brought the shells to the mortuary. The shells' possessions are to be stored in the receiving room until an initiate can be sent to claim them. Right. Please catalog all possessions in the logbook. Following this list is thousands of entries of bodies that have been sent to the receiving room. As you flip through the rest of the book, however, you notice the last page has been cut out. Crap, that's where our possessions will be listed. Receiving room. Where the hell will the receiving room be? Copper commons and fist irons. Are the fist irons better than the scalpel? 1-3 to piercing. 2 for the crushing. Huh. Crude iron bars designed to slip over the fist, with a thick portion resting in the palm and the iron ring facing outwards over the knuckles. Yeah, so protecting the fist. While wearing these fist irons, a single punch can shatter someone's jaw. Hopefully not our jaw if we try to rest our head on our fist. Okay, so let's keep those on hand. Pun intended, in case we need to fight with them. Lots of corpses walking around. Oh, what's this? A mummy, more of those barrels, and a sealed gate. Okay, this guy seems different, however. What's over here? A great big chasm. And nothing worthwhile there. Okay, covered by a dark cloth. Right, well, this book is huge. It must contain thousands of names. Probably ours as well. And there's a doll. Let's talk to the doll then. This scribe looks very old. His skin is wrinkled and it has a slight trace of yellow, like old parchment. Well, all the time spent down here with the formaldehyde in the air doesn't surprise me. Charcoal gray eyes lie within an angular face, and a large white beard flows down the front of his robes like a waterfall, right down his lap, and over his feet, in fact. His breathing is ragged and irregular, but even his occasional coughing does not slow the scratching of his quill pen. Guess you're noting thousands of names coming in, probably, to all these preparation rooms. Greetings! Morte is not happy. Whoa, Chief, what are you doing? I was going to speak to the guy. He might know something, right? Look, rattling your bone box with Dusty should be the last thing. Okay. Before Morte can finish his rant, the scribe begins coughing violently. After a moment or two, the coughing spell dies down, and then the scribe's breathing resumes its ragged wheeze. And we especially shouldn't be swapping the chant with sick Dusties. Come on, let's leave. The quicker we leave this place... No, the quicker we What? The quicker we give this place the laugh, the better. Okay. Before Morte can finish, the scribe's gray eyes flicker to you. Well, too late now. The weight of years hangs heavy upon me, restless one. He places down his quill. But I do not yet count deafness among my ailments. Restless one, you know me? Know you. There's a trace of bitterness in the scribe's voice as he speaks. I have never known you, restless one. No more than you have known yourself. Or you have forgotten, have you not? Yep. Who are you? As always, the question, and the wrong question as always. He bows slightly, but the movement suddenly bends him into a bout of coughing. Right. I am Doll. Or probably, I'm Doll. Something like that. You get the picture. Let Benedict Cumberbatch scream the name out of the blue for no reason at all. Khan. Yeah, nobody knows who you are. This guy, I am Doll. Yeah, doesn't mean anything to me right now. Perhaps you can answer some questions for me, Doll.
Updated my journal.
Good. Very well. What did you wish to know? What is this place? You are in the mortuary, restless one. Again, you have come. Before he can finish, Dahl breaks into a fit of coughing. After a moment, he calms himself and his breathing resumes his ragged wheeze. This is the waiting room, where there's about to depart the shadow of this life. Right. So I've been here more than once. Yes, again. You have been brought here many times before, Restless One. I had hoped that this time would be your last, considering the wounds you have sustained. When will you give up your passions and leave the shadow of life? Right. Wounds? You mean the letter on my back? Yes, the wounds that decorate your body. They look as if they would have sent a lesser man along the path of the true death. Yet it seems as if many of them have healed already. And he coughs for a moment, then steadies himself. But those are only the surface wounds. Only the surface. What do you know?
Updated my journal.
I speak of the wounds of the mind. You have forgotten much, have you not? Mayhap your true wounds run much deeper than the scars that decorate your surface. He coughs again, but that is something that only you would know for certain. Right. Tell me more about this place. This is where the dead are brought to be interred or cremated. It's our responsibility as dustmen to care for the dead, those who have left this shadow of life and walk the path of the true death. Dahl's voice drops in concern. Your wounds must have exacted a heavy toll if you do not recognize this place. It is almost your home. Right. The shadow of life. Yes, a shadow. You see, Restless One, this life, it is not real. Your life, my life, they are shadows, flickerings of what life once was. This life is where we end up after we die, and here we remain, trapped, caged, until we can achieve the true death. And what might that be? True death is non-existence, a state devoid of reason, of sensation, of passion. A state of purity. That really sounds like complete oblivion. Why would anyone want that? Is it worse than remaining in this shadow of life as it once was? I think not. Well, maybe you do have a point. I have some other questions, though. How did I get there? Well, now and before. Dahl snorts in contempt as if he finds the memory repugnant. Your moldy chariot ferried you to the mortuary, Restless One. You would think you were royalty based on the number of loyal subjects that lay stinking and festering upon the cart that carried you. I came here on a cart then.
Updated my journal.
Yes, your body was somewhere in the middle of the heap, sharing its fluids with the rest of the mountain of corpses. He breaks into another violent fit of coughing, finally catching his breath. Minutes later, well, let's not wait for that. Your seneschal, Feyrod, was, as always, pleased to accept a few moldy coppers to dump the lot of you at the mortuary gate. Right, who is this Feyrod? He is a collector of the dead. We have such people in our city that scavenge the bodies of those that have walked the path of true death and bring them to us so that they may be interred properly. Right, well, it doesn't seem like you like this Feyrod much. There are some I respect. Restless One, he takes a ragged breath and steadies himself again. Feyrod is not one of them. He wears his ill repute like a badge of honor and takes liberties with the possessions of the dead. He is a Knight of the Post, cross-trading filth of the lowest sort. Knight of the Post? A Knight of the Post! A thief! All Feyrod brings to your walls comes stripped of a little less of their dignity than they possessed in life. Feyrod takes whatever he may pry from their stiffening fingers. And did he take anything from me, do you think? Did you see? Dahl pauses, considering. Most likely. Are you missing anything? Especially anything of value? His voice dips as he frowns. Not that Feyrod would take exception to anything that wasn't physically grafted to your body, and sometimes even that's not enough to give his greedy mind pause. I'm missing a journal. A journal. If it was of any value, then it is likely it lies in Feyrod's hands. Where can I find this Feyrod, then? If events persist as they have, Restless One, you may have greater chance of Feyrod finding you, and bringing you to us again before you find whatever ooze puddle he wallows in this time. Right, well, I must find him nevertheless. A slight warning creeps into Dahl's tone. Do not seek out Feyrod, Restless One. I am certain that it will simply come full circle again, with you none the wiser, and Feyrod a few coppers richer. Accept death, Restless One. Do not perpetuate your circle of misery. Dahl, I have to find him. Do you know where he is?
Updated my journal.
Dahl is silent for a moment, and when he finally speaks, he seems to do so reluctantly. I do not know under which gutter stone Feyrod lairs at the moment, but I imagine that he can be found somewhere beyond the mortuary gates, in the hive. Perhaps someone there will know where he can find him. Right, well, that's a start at least. Thank you, Dahl. I have some more questions. Can you tell me who I am?
Updated my journal.
I know scant little of you, Restless One. I know little more of those that have journeyed with you and who now lie in our keeping, Dahl sighs. I ask that you no longer ask others to join with you. Restless One, where you walk, so walks misery. Let your burden be your own. There were others that journey with me. Interesting. Are they here?
Updated my journal.
Do you know not the woman's corpse interred in the memorial hall below? I had thought that she traveled with you in the past. Dahl looks like he is about to start coughing again and catches his breath. Am I mistaken? Where is his body, you said? The Northwest Memorial Hall, on the floor below us. Check the bias there. Her name should be on one of the memorial plaques. Mayhap that will revive your memory. Not sure. I don't recall traveling with a woman. He makes no response and stares at us. Well, before you said that there were others than this woman. Where are they? Doubtless there are, but I know not their names, nor where they lie. One such as you left a path many have walked, and few have survived. He gestures around you and... all dead come here. Some must have traveled with you once. Well, I don't recognize any of the bodies. I do find no fault with your reasoning, given how things have developed so far. I've got some other questions, though. How could I get out, might you know? The front gate is the most obvious exit, but they will not let you anyone than dustmen pass. Dahl breaks into a ragged cough, and then continues. One of the guards by the front gate has a key to it, but it is unlikely he will open it for you unless you are extremely persuasive. Maybe we should have upped our charisma then. Too late now. I have other questions. What do you do here? I am a scribe, a cataloger of all the shells that come to the mortuary. As long as the stream of corpses flows through the mortuary, I shall remain at my post. I say, you know that I have been here more than once. How is it that the dustmen don't recognize me?
Updated my journal.
I am the one that catalogs the shells that come to our halls. Restless one. Only I see the faces of those that lie upon our slabs. The dark of your existence lies safe with me. Well, good to know, doll. I have some more questions, perhaps. All that coughing, you sound ill. Are you not well? I am close now to the true death, restless one. I will not be long before I pass beyond the eternal boundary and find peace. The peace I have been seeking. I tire of this mortal sphere. The plains hold no more wonders for one such as I. Right, I see, doll. The eternal boundary. The boundary between shadow of this life and the true death. Well, he sounds defeated. At peace with his soon-to-be fate. Nothing more. Farewell, doll. As you turn to leave, doll speaks. Know this. I do not envy you, restless one. To be reborn as you would be a curse that I could not bear. You must come to terms with it. At some point, your path will return you here. It is the way of all things, flesh and bone. Then perhaps we will meet again, doll. That is a dark foreboding. Maybe we will be back here at some point. But for the time being, what we want is out. Out of this place. That, however, is going to be next time. Till then.